Hello. So hello dear students, welcome to Wallah English channel, and today we are going to discuss a very important topic, that is you are getting low marks in test series. What all tips I can give you so that you are easily solve this problem. You are getting solved with this problem. Okay. So today we are going to discuss the problems, that is getting low marks in test series, and the solutions to the problem, what all tips I can give you so that you can solve this very big problem. So great dear students, welcome to Gatewala. So hello dear soldiers. I call you soldiers because now you are no more students, you are a soldier now, because now you have the burden of responsibility, the burden of the burden of the burden of responsibility to work hard, the burden of responsibility to show that you can get a good rank in GATE exam. Great. So today we are going to discuss some problems. That is a very big problem, that you are getting low marks in test series, and we will discuss the solutions, that what all you can do so that the problem is getting solved. Okay. I'll also share my experience of GATE 2021, that what all I did in the examination hall that actually secured me a very good rank in GATE. Okay, the best revenge is massive success. The best revenge is massive success. We need to be successful. We have to be successful because the only thing that we have to take revenge from all those who have undervalued us in any stage of our life. So we have to be successful. We need to get massive success. Great. So the problem is less marks in test series. Great. So why test series is important? Test series is one of the most important part of our preparation, because if we are not attempting test, then I can give you in writing that you will not get a good rank. Okay. If you are not getting a good rank, if you are not attempting test daily, or if you are not attempting test in alternate days, then finally you will end up in zero results, means finally in GATE you will not get a good rank. That's sure shot. You can, like, I can give you that in writing also. Okay. So if you are not attempting test regularly till now, then also you have time, you have 90 days approximately, then you should plan that you attempt at least one test in 2 days, at least one test in 2 days. Okay. Follow this schedule for almost next 45 days. Then after that, you have to start your full syllabus test. That is, according to the plan, it should be, you should start writing full syllabus test from 15th of December. Okay. Now till 15th of December, you have time, you can cover all your part syllabus test. Okay. I am giving you a very important tip, that you should write exam, or you should write test, or at least in 2 days you have to write one test. Okay, one part syllabus test. You can continue this schedule till 15th of December. After that, you have to switch over to the full syllabus test. That too, in 2 days you can give one test. Success was not an accident, it is a result from preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. Learning from failure means you have lot of chances in getting failed in the test series. You have lot of chances getting failed in test series, and in test series itself you can get the improvement. You will improve yourself in test series itself. So that's why I am giving you a very important tip. In GATE 2021, my only preparation was giving test and finding out what all topics I am not able to solve questions, what all topics I need to revise again and again. So that's why in these 90 days, keep giving test continuously. Even if you score low, it doesn't matter. And why? What are the reasons you are scoring low? We'll be discussing the problems, and we'll discuss the solutions also. We'll discuss the solutions also. Okay. So practice makes perfect. The more you practice, the more you will become perfect. Okay. And what is the best source of practice? Okay. There are many sources, for example, workbooks, for example, PYQs, but the best way to practice is test series, because in test series we have a particular time limit in which we have to solve the questions. So in GATE exam also we have a time limit. So that time limit practice is only through test series. So I request all the students who are seriously aspiring to get a good rank that at least in 2 days write one test in 2 days at least. This is the bare minimum that you can do. This is the bare minimum that you can do. If you can write one test per day, that also is good. But I think that will be too much hectic for you. But in 2 days, you have to write one test. You have to write one test. Okay, next. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is practice. Okay, ordinary and extraordinary is practice. Great. Now, first of all, I'd like to tell you some facts about test series. There are 2-3 facts, and these are seriously the truth and facts on test series, because many of us have many misconceptions on test series. First thing is, test series is only to find out the weaknesses. Okay. For example, whenever you attempt the part syllabus test, then after attempting the part syllabus test, you will come to know that what all topics are weak, what all topics you have to revise, what all topics, what all mistakes you are committing. So test series is only to find out the mistakes or weaknesses. Okay. It is only to find out the weaknesses. This is the first point. Second point is, marks in the test series is not proportional to the marks in GATE exam. This is also a fact. Remember this fact. In GATE 2021, when I was attempting the test, in many tests I was getting good marks, in many tests I was not getting good marks. Okay, but that's why you can see the marks in the test series is not proportional to the marks in GATE exam, because many a times test series is prepared in a way, or the students or the faculties who prepare the test, they keep difficult questions in test. First thing, many a times the test series is not up to the GATE level. Up to the GATE level means many a times the test is above the GATE level. Many a times the test is below the GATE level. Okay, but in GATE exam, for example, if we have 65 questions, then out of 65 questions, only 10 questions will be difficult, rest 55 questions will be easy. So no test series can make test with the level of GATE exam. Okay, so we have to understand that marks in the test series are never proportional to GATE exam. Many students who get good marks in test series, they are not able to clear, then they are not able to get good marks in GATE exam, and vice versa also. Not good marks in test series, but they can get good marks in GATE exam also. Great. Full length will start. I'll say that full length you can start after 15th of December, or you can start from the December itself, from 1st of December. Great. So I have calculated, from my analysis, I found 3 basic problems which are the main reasons for not getting good marks in test series, and we have solutions for that. We have solutions for that. So 3 problems and 3 solutions. Okay, the first problem is, we are in a hurry. Let's discuss this problem in a very comprehensive way. We are in a hurry. Yes, that's a fact. That's a fact. Whenever I'll write something, okay, whenever we have a test. For example, we have a test of 30 questions. We have a test of 30 questions, and 30 questions means it will be of 90 minutes. It will be of 90 minutes. So we are in a hurry of two things. We are in a hurry of two things. First, we want to finish the question paper as soon as possible. Okay. And second is we are in a hurry to finish all the 30 questions. There are two problems. Okay. First problem is we are in a hurry to solve all the questions. The main word here is all. We are in a hurry to solve all the questions. Okay. This is first problem. Second problem is we are in a hurry to finish the test. So we have both the problems. I faced both the problems in GATE 2021. This is my experience that I'm sharing with you. In GATE 2021, when I was preparing, I attempt the test series. Whenever I open a test of 30 questions, that is 90 minutes, I always want to finish the question paper in 40 minutes or in 35 minutes. I wanted to finish it as soon as possible. First. Second problem is we are always in a hurry to solve all questions. We are in a hurry to solve all the questions. We want that we will solve all 30 questions. So these two are the basic, very important problems that we face. I hope you all face the same problem. We are in a hurry to solve all the questions. We are in a hurry to finish the test also. We want to finish that 90-minute test in 60 minutes, 70 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and so on. So there are two basic problems here. The first basic problem is we want to solve all the questions, and that is the biggest mistake that we are actually facing. That is the biggest mistake that we are actually facing. The biggest mistake is we will never be able to solve all the questions of any test series. We will never be able to solve all the questions of any test series. Great, because out of 30 questions, we should make our mind that out of 30 questions, we should target only 25 questions. We should target only 25 questions. For example, there are two students. One student has attempted 30 questions, but his only 17 questions are correct and 13 questions are wrong. He will also get negative marking. Okay. So only 17 questions are correct out of 30. 13 questions are wrong. He will be getting negative marking also. First thing. Second thing is another student is who is also attending the same question, 30 questions. But out of 30 questions, that student actually figured 5 questions that these 5 questions are very difficult ones. Let me leave these questions and my focus will be rest 25 questions. I am repeating the statement. Out of this 30 questions, the student is focusing only on 25 questions, which is easier one compared to 5 questions which are difficult. So he first of all focused on 25 questions. Attempt the 25 questions very in a comprehensive manner with 100% effort and with 100% concentration and got them 25 correct. Out of rest 5, he might have attempted anyone or he might leave all the 5 questions. So if out of 35 he attempted only 25 questions and out of 25 he had 24 correct. So obviously this scheme is better. This scheme is better than the above one. So we have to understand that out of the total 30 questions, whenever question comes, so I am writing what is actually required. What is actually required to solve this problem, the first problem. So what is actually required to solve this first problem is we need to be patient. We need to have patience. We need to go slow. And we need to understand we need to understand or figure out or filter out the difficult ones. Filter out the difficult questions. Means after looking at the question, you filter it out and you say that this is a difficult question, I'll do it in the end. Filter out the difficult question and keep it for end. Keep it to solve it at the end. Keep that question to solve it at the end. Okay. Okay. So what should be the strategy? What should be the strategy? The strategy is this. You came across a question. You came across a question. Okay, you came across a question. Obviously, there are two things. You know the concept. You know the concept. You know how to solve it, or you do not know the concept. Do not know. If you don't know the concept, there is no doubt. Leave the question, move on. But if you know the concept, there are two things. You know the concept, there are again two things. You know that this question has lengthy calculations. Lengthy calculations or less calculations. So if the question has lengthy calculations, then leave it for the end. Leave it for the end. Lengthy means very lengthy. For example, width of the depletion region in EDC questions. For example, base width modulation. For example, that backgate effect or body effect in MOSFETs. So those questions have very lengthy calculations. So leave them for the end. You know the concept, but they have very lengthy calculations. Leave it for the end. So if the question, you know the concept, you know that it will have less calculations, only half a page is required, solve it there itself. So this kind of filter is very important whenever you encounter any question. This kind of filter is very important. And if you are able to generate this kind of filter for every question, then you will get good marks in test series. You will start getting good marks in test series, because our problem is we want to solve all the questions. Our problem is we are not able to filter out the questions. Even if we are able to filter out, we are not keeping it for the end. Okay, we are trying to solve it in the middle of the test itself, and that is creating time wastage, and that leads to attempting less questions in a test series. Okay, so always remember, out of 30 questions, if we say part syllabus test, only 5 questions will be such which will be very lengthy or very difficult. Other 25 will be very easy. So attempt those 25 first and then move on to other 5. If you are able to move on to other 5, then it's great. Otherwise, leave them. Don't worry. Don't worry about them. Okay. So this is the one of the solution for that problem. Okay. Second problem is we are in a hurry to finish the test. This is because we have in our mind that this is test series. Let's keep it casual. So your casual approach towards the test series is the reason for the second problem. Okay, I always had a very casual approach to the test series when I was preparing for GATE 2021, and I was facing this problem that 90 minutes paper I was completing in 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and that's why the reason is casual approach, the casual approach towards the test series. So to remove the casual approach, my strategy would be that attempt the test series at that time when you are 100% attentive. For example, after taking a night sleep, for example 12 to 4 or 12 to 5, at 5 a.m. in the morning, you should attempt your test series. At 5 a.m. in the morning, you should attempt your test series. Okay. At 5 a.m. in the morning, you should attempt your test series. Attempt your test series when you are 100% active. And second thing, you should have a fixed time for it. You should have a fixed time for it. Fixed time for it. Okay. Fixed time for it. You have to fix time for it. Okay. This is also very important. Now, some more solutions for it. Some more solutions and importance of test series. Test series is a feedback system. This is very important. Test series is a feedback system. Many students are giving test series, but they are not using test series. Attempting test series is not enough. We have to use it. We have to utilize it. How? First of all, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, or don't be ashamed of less marks. Okay, even if you are getting less marks, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed. Okay, accept it. Accept your failure. Accept your failure. Yeah, accept it that you are getting less marks. Okay, so don't be afraid. The most important part is test series is a feedback system. If you are not analyzing test series, then it's a waste of time. Analyzing test series means you have to identify the mistakes. You have to identify the mistakes that you are committing. Okay, for example, out of 30 questions you are getting 10 wrong. You attempted 30 questions, you are getting 10 wrong. So there are three kind of mistakes that you are committing. Okay, only three kind of mistakes: calculation mistakes, silly mistakes, or conceptual mistakes. There are three type of mistakes that you might be committing: calculation mistakes, silly mistakes, or conceptual mistakes. So how to overcome these mistakes? How to reduce these mistakes? I try to tell you the solutions. If you are making calculation mistake, then there are two problems. The problem is, the reason is first, you are not writing or solving. You are not writing or solving in good handwriting. Okay, so if you are not solving the questions in good handwriting, means if you are not writing it properly, you are writing it in a for example, in a rough copy, you are solving in a rough copy. So I would say that solve your questions in a A4 sheets, A4 white sheets, and write all the solutions very clearly. So the calculation mistakes will be very much less, very much less. Second thing, you should start using the gate calculator for all the calculations. Gate calculator. Silly mistakes. Silly mistakes. Silly mistakes have two reasons. First is calculation mistake is also a silly mistake, right? Now silly mistakes can be data wrong. Means you have copied wrong data. Means you have copied wrong data. Okay, you have copied wrong. You have copied wrong units. You have copied, or you have answered the question in a wrong unit. For example, the question is asking the answer in radians. You have answered in frequency, hertz. For example, the answer is to be given in kilo ohms. You are answering in ohms. Okay, so these are the problems of silly mistakes. So how can you solve it? Silly mistakes can be solved by understanding that, for example, in GATE exam, we have 65 questions, 180 minutes. Almost we'll be attempting 50 questions or 51, 52 questions in GATE exam, not all 65. So almost for one question we have 3 minutes. For one question we have 3 minutes. Okay. So utilize those 3 minutes. Do not be in a hurry to solve the question. Read the question properly. Read the quantities properly. Read or make the diagram or circuit diagram which is to be solved in a very good and attentive way. And finally, the answer is to be given in units. So write down that unit whenever you are solving a question. So whenever you are solving a question in this page, write down here that the answer is to be given in unit, write down that unit. So like this, you will be utilizing 5 or 6 more seconds, but you will be saving you will be saving yourself from lot of silly mistakes. Okay, so if you are attentive, you will not be committing the silly mistakes. And third is, so actually silly mistakes and calculation mistakes can be solved if you are little more attentive and you are writing the questions properly first. Second thing, I have a habit that after attempting the complete question, I recheck all the calculations. I recheck, not by solving again, I just recheck that all the steps are written correctly or not. In any step I have missed 1 by 2, if any steps I have missed multiplication of 2 or not. If I have missed, I just recorrect it. So many students have a habit that after completing the whole test, I will relook all the questions. No, that will not work, because you will not have time to recheck all the questions again. So I developed a habit in GATE 2021 that after solving a question, I will be solving the question again. I will be rechecking the question again. So for example, in this page, I have just solved all the questions. Okay, I have solved the question. I just recheck it, that if in any step I have missed under root 2 or root 2 or anything else. So I just recheck it and rest assured that the question is solved correctly or not. Great. So you can also adopt this. It will take more 10 to 15 seconds, but it will save you from silly mistakes and calculation mistakes. Next is conceptual. Conceptual mistakes are due to that you have not done the revisions. Okay, you have not done the revisions. You have not you are not able to recall the properties. You are not able to recall the formulas. You are not able to recall the exact concept or the reason behind the calculations or anything. Okay, you are not able to recall the formulas. That is the reason. So you have not done the revisions. You have not read the short notes. You have not read the short notes. Okay, so these are the reasons for the conceptual mistakes. Okay, so second is less marks due to less practice and attention. You have stuck, for example, out of in 30 question exam, 30 question exam means it will be of 50 marks, and out of 50 you are getting only 15 to 20 or 25 marks. You are getting only 50%, 30%, 40% marks. So I hope all the students are facing these problems, that you are stuck in 30 to 40% marks only. So what are the reasons for it? The reasons are simple, right? You have calculation mistakes, silly mistakes, conceptual mistakes. But if you are stuck in 30 to 40%, then the reasons are you are very less attentive, because I think that after going through all the classes of any subject, you must get almost, if you are attempting a 50 mark question paper, then you must get 30 to 32 marks very easily. And if you are not getting that, okay, I am repeating the statement. If you have gone through any coaching material, if you have gone through any classes of any subject, okay, and then you are attempting a test of subject wise, and out of 50 you are getting 15 marks, 20 marks, 25 marks, then it means that you were less attentive or less focused while attempting test, less attentive or less focused while attending the classes of the subject, and you have not done the revisions. You have not revised the test, you have not revised the notes or short notes of the subject very attentively. So The problem is only attentiveness and focus. Okay, so if you are having these problems that you are getting 15 marks, 20 marks, 25 marks out of 50, then the solution is periodic revision. Start revising your notes again and again. Start revising your notes again and again. And it is very important that you must revise. You must revise all your notes. You must revise all your notes at least 4 to 5 times before attempting the test. Okay, 4 to 5 times before attempting before the gate exam. Before the gate exam. Okay, before the gate exam, you must revise your notes 4 to 5 times, because while attempting the gate exam, you cannot afford losing any concept from your mind. You cannot afford like skipping all. You are not able to recall the formulas. Okay, so it is very important that 4 to 5 times you revise all your notes before attempting the test. Okay, the last problem is comparison with others. Okay, never compare yourself with others. Okay, if any student is getting 40 marks, 45 marks, then it's just a period of time. You can also get those marks. You can also get 40, 45 marks in the test of 50 marks very easily. The only thing is you have to keep revising again and again. Many students, many a times, like if you go through any test series, any famous test series, you won't find that more than 300, 400 students are attempting test. Okay, because the cycle that student goes through is they attempt test, they get less marks, and they leave the test series. They leave the test series. Now they will never attend the test. They will never attempt the test, or they will attempt only 1 or 2 part syllabus. Then they will end up into attempting the full syllabus test, and full syllabus test also they will attempt 1 or 2 only. So the problem is that we are afraid, we are comparing with others. That is the problem. So we have to understand that the growth is always from zero. The growth is always from zero. So if you are getting less marks, for example, you are getting 15 marks or 20 marks out of 50, analyze the mistakes. Find out what all mistakes you are committing. Work on them. If you are getting calculation mistakes, work on it. Silly mistakes, work on it. If you are getting conceptual mistakes, work on it. You have to work on the mistakes. Then only you can start increasing your question marks. For example, you are getting 15 marks. Work on that test. Analyze the test. Work on that subject. Revise the notes again and again. In the next test, you might get 20. In next test, you will get 22. Slowly, you will increase to 25, then 30, then 35. Then it's okay. So out of 50, if you are getting 35, that's okay marks. Slowly, it can be increased to 40 also. The only thing is, it's a feedback process. Test series is a feedback process, and we have to work on it. We have to analyze the test series. We have to work on the mistakes that we are committing, and then only we can get good marks. Okay, from starting only you cannot get 45 marks or 40 marks out of 50. Okay, so we should not compare ourselves with anyone else. Okay, because every student is different. Every student has different reference level. Okay, improve slowly. Slowly and steadily you will improve. Still you have time. Still you have 90 days approximately. Approximately, not exactly. Approximately still we have 90 days. Give these 90 days to test series itself. Okay, almost I think students have completed their syllabus. Now you are revising the subjects. So give these 90 days to test series itself. 45 days to part syllabus. 45 days to full syllabus. Okay, 45 days to part syllabus, and 45 days to full syllabus. Okay, so in 45 days, I have already told you that in these 45 days, till December starting, attempt the part syllabus test every alternate day. We have already covered, we have already started the crash courses. You can revise your subjects through crash courses and then attempt the test. We have already provided the short notes. You can revise those subjects through the short notes and attempt the test. Every alternate day you have to give the test. That thing you have to promise to yourself, that you will give test every alternate day. And if you follow that routine, remember this chart. Remember this chart, that slowly you will grow. First test you will get 15, analyze the test, find out the mistakes. Next you will get 20, 22, 25, 30, 35 and so on. Okay, work on the mistakes. You will surely improve. Still, if you have not given the test, you have 90 days. You can attempt 45 days part syllabus, 45 days full syllabus. Then you will get a good rank in GATE exam. Okay, don't compare yourself with anyone else. Compare yourself with yourself itself. मतलब अपने आप से ही compare करो. Because if you compare with yourself, then there is a scope of lot of improvement. Okay, last test you have got 15. Try to get 20. Next you try to get 25. Try to get 30 and so on. Okay, improve slowly. And this type of filter out is very important for every question. If you are able to do this, I can guarantee that you will get good marks, okay, in test. This is also very important thing that I told you, that out of 30, if you try to attempt 30 and get 17 correct, this is a very poor strategy. Rather, out of 30, try to attempt only 25 and try to get 24 correct. Okay, and this is a strategy that will work in GATE exam also. Okay, great. So these are the things that I actually wanted to tell you. Short notes are available at the home page, Gatopedia. Okay, at the home page in the library, there they are available. In GATE zone, go to library. In home page, they are available. All the short notes are available, Gatopedia. Okay, so thank you, dear students. This is all for the today. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.